like smoke, then go. Tired heart, learning to stay. Not everything needs fixing today. Just chill, let it be. Breathe in soft, set it free. Pages turn one by one. Healing, don't rush the sun. Cracks in the vinyl plate, wounds I've tucked away. Quiet now, I sit with them. Friends, not foes in the end. Just chill, let it be. Breathe in soft, set it free. Pages turn one by one. Healing, don't rush the sun. No timeline, no perfect map, just small steps and gentle laps. I'm not who I was, and that's the thrill. Still me, just learning to chill. No timeline, no perfect map, just small steps and gentle laps. I'm not who I was, and that's the thrill. Still me, just learning to chill. Coffee cup, lipstick red. You laugh at every word I said. Umbrella twirls in gentle rain. You smile, then hide again. Coquette, coquette, you play the game so well. Coquette, coquette, a secret you won't tell. Footsteps dance on cobblestone. I chase a dream but walk alone. Your glance a spark, a fleeting sign. Was it yours or only mine? Coquette, coquette, you play the game so well. Coquette, coquette, a secret you won't tell. Rain taps the window slow. Thoughts drift like smoke, then go. Tired heart, learning to stay. Not everything needs fixing today. Just chill,
나갈 거야?
let it be. Breathe in soft, set it free. Pages turn one by one. Healing touch, touch the sun. small steps and gentle laps. I'm not who I was, and that's the thrill. Still me, just learning to chill. Cracks in the vinyl plate, ones I've tucked away. Quiet now, I sit with them. Friends, not foes in the end. Just chill, let it be. Breathing soft, set it free. Pages turn one by one. Healing, don't rush the sun. No timeline, no perfect map, just small steps and gentle laps. I'm not who I was, and that's the first of me, just learning to chill. No timeline, no perfect map, just small steps and gentle laps. I'm not who I was, and that's the thrill. Still me, just learning to chill. Cracks in the vinyl plate, ones I've tucked away. Quiet now, I sit with them. Friends, not foes in the end. Just chill, let it be. Breathing soft, set it free. Pages turn one by one. Healing, don't rush the sun. No timeline, no perfect map, just small steps and gentle laps. I'm not who I was, and that's the thrill. Still me, just learning to chill. No timeline, no perfect map, just small steps and gentle laps. I'm not who I was, and that's the thrill. Still me, just learning to chill.
나는 그럼 나는